Hey guys, this video is obviously for the cheek piercings, and if I'm looking this way, it's because there's a mirror and I want to check I'm in it. I'm gonna try and go faster because I know some people are gonna get bored from watching this. Just got back from school too, so just don't mind whatever. So, don't base your judgment on piercing what you want by this video only. I'm sorry, that was like a long pause. I don't really have anything to go by. So don't judge anything that you want from a cheek piercing from this video. I suggest to research more onto it and to wait like a year to actually get your cheek piercings done. Like I said, it's baggage, and I'll try and explain or let you know what I know so far, and like from the beginning to the end of what I know about cheek piercings. The reason why I say wait a week or wait a year to do it, because it's a trend right now, and when I did it, I actually wanted it, and I wait like 2 years or a year to do it, because you have to do research to know what you want. If you go to a piercer, you have to make sure they've done piercings on somebody else before you, or do it many times before you, because if they pierce it wrong, it could end up piercing through a nerve that makes your cheek drool all the time, and you don't really want to have that, because then you got to take it out and redo it. That's just too much work for you, and it just causes your cheek to look bad for like 2 weeks of the swelling. I say 2 weeks are the worst in swelling. Your cheeks don't really go down from the swelling for about, I want to say, a month and a half or 2 months is the worst time the swelling is, and it'll go down from there. But the worst are going to be like the first 2 weeks at least. So if you're going to pierce it yourself, make sure the bar is long, like longer than a tongue ring bar. I had retainers in my second piercing because the first time I pierced it, the bars were too short, and like the back of my cheek or the front of my cheek wanted to grow around the bar, so I had to take that out ASAP, or else it would be like a microdermal, and I didn't want that because you can't really change those on your own. Yeah, so make sure the bars are longer than tongue ring bars. It's better to have retainers, but some people react different to different piercings. So I had retainers, and then after like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I would cut them down a little bit shorter, and then slowly go to like a tongue ring size, and then I would switch them out. I say it's best to wait like 3 months to switch them out, because your cheeks are still going to be swollen. Oh, and you guys got to keep that in mind. Your cheeks do swell up randomly, but it won't be as big as a piercing, depending on what type of piercings you have. Like piercing bars you have in. Like if it's acrylic, some people react different from acrylic, and they swell up. Retainers, I don't think you could wear, I have not tried to wear bone, and I don't think they have a bone one, but don't go for that. The best is like either retainers or metal ones. Yeah, so that's the main part. To take care of them, I would use sea salt and water, boiled them together for about 5 minutes, and like consistent boiling, mixed it up, and then let it cool down, and put it in a shot glass, and put it on my cheek, and then move my cheek piercings in and out, and then I would spin it, like use my hand on the inside to spin it, and then either you could put the sea salt water into your mouth and like gargle it like mouthwash, or you could use mouthwash non-alcohol, because it's like alcohol cleans cuts, and your cheek is a cut, but it's not a cut. I don't know how to, it's your cheek, and alcohol is meant to like close up the cut and clean it out and everything like that. And your cheek is technically a cut, but it's not a cut because you have like a bar or an object in there to stop it from closing. So it's going to pretty much reject it and then infect it. So you got to be careful with that. Don't clean it with peroxide, guys. That's just nerve-wracking. It's the same thing as alcohol. It will reject it and it will like infect it. You could either use the sea salt boil sea salt and water together. I cut up little sheets of paper towels, put it in a baggie, and sprayed like contact solution in there, or you could do the sea salt water in there and froze it overnight. So then every time your cheeks swell up, or when my cheeks were swollen, I would take that and put it over my cheeks, so it would make the swelling go down and it would clean it at the same time. So make sure your hands are clean every time you do anything with your cheeks or anything. Try to have less people touching your cheeks, because that's what it infects it. Just people, you think it's just one touch at a time, is like, oh, it's not going to do anything. Really, it's going to, little things add up to a big number. So the more people you have touch it, or the people that you think aren't touching it, touches it, it'll get infected, or the bacteria and everything from the fingers. And they multiply, so you guys keep that in mind. They multiply, so the more touches, few touches adds up to a lot of touches. So don't let people touch your cheeks, no matter how much they ask you or how much they try to. Just say no and avoid them the whole day, or until your cheeks go down. The healing process, it takes up to 3 months to a year, or longer than that. It depends on the person, how they heal. One of my cheeks, this cheek I believe, this one healed within like 5 to 3 months, I think. And then this one, it was healing for about a year and a half, or a year now. And it's still, I must say that it's still kind of healing, but I don't know if you guys could tell. There's like a little bump right there. It's from my last piercing, and it's still like, it bothers me so much. Like, I keep picking at it. Like, I poke it so much, or like I peel so much off of it that it's really, really bad. I'm gonna go get the things to help you guys out with the bumps. I'm not gonna edit this because I want it to keep it HD, and my edit thingy is really bad. So you guys let me know if there's any good edit thingies. So this box right here, for the bumps that you guys have, this box is the best box to get. It's like a tea bag box. Here, let me open one up for you guys. It comes in this little package in that big box. It was like $3 or $4. You could get it at Walmart, I believe, maybe Walgreens, Target, pretty much any store, grocery store. It's a tea. So this is what the little package comes in the little box, and this is on the back of it. And when you open it up, there should be like a little tea thing right here, and then when you rip it, or not rip it, but like take the little tab up, you get the little tea bag thingy. Yeah, so you want to do is boil up water, put this in it, and like just lift it and soak it in there for like a little bit. But as the water is warm enough for your skin to handle, I say put it on your cheek, like push out your cheek piercings, and then like sit it in there and everything, and make sure that the tea is, the bag of the tea is on there, and then you could probably re-soak it and do it again. But yeah, that's what I did for my cheek piercings to handle the little bubble thingies, or the little, I forgot what it was called, cyst or something, not cyst, I don't know, it was like a bubble thing. And I used this every time. I did it like every night, because overnight it would slowly go away, and like you're sleeping, so it would like take its time to do it. I did it in the morning. I noticed in the morning time, or the daytime I would do it, my cheek would be so irritated that the bubble would grow more, and then like at night it would kind of like simmer down. Because my face is moving all the time, and you talk a lot, so you got to be careful with that. And that's how the bars fit in. Like, if you get this, when you start off, it's going to be really long bars, and those are going to be so annoying, but just try and just keep up with it, and let it be for about 2-3 weeks, and then switch it out to a tongue ring, because it's better for your cheeks anyways, after you switch it to the tongue ring bars, because they create dimples. Before this, I did not have dimples. They give you dimples for you guys. So don't get dimple piercings because you want dimples. I suggest to get it because you want it, like the piercings in general. Because if you get the dimple piercings, for the dimples, you have to wear them in at least 3 months. And then like switch it to smaller bars. And then so the dimples could get deeper. So the smaller the bar is, the deeper the dimples will go. So 3 months I say, but after you take them out, there will be scarring. You guys probably might have to buy like some anti-scarring ointments or something like that to try and put away the ointment or the scars. So just keep that in mind. Don't get it for the dimples because there will be scarring, and I mean, unless you could live with the scarring, you think it won't be bad, but some people's scars like pop up, and if you're lucky enough, like I was, it would be like a little dark spot maybe, and then it will slowly fade, but it will take like a year or something for it to fade away, because I remember that's what happened to me. I hope I'm answering all these questions right now. I'm trying to remember all the questions. This is like an 11-minute video. I'm sorry guys, but I'm just trying to hit up all the points. Yeah, if these bumps keep coming back, I suggest to keep doing the T thing. Your cheek piercings slide or move on their own sometimes, so you gotta keep that in mind, because only on camera you could really tell if they're crooked or not. But in person, if it's really a good enough job, you can't tell. When you're at a shop and you're being marked for it, just don't jump into it right away. Don't just do what the piercer says or does on the first try, because most likely the first tries are probably crooked as fuck. So make sure you take your time and look in the mirror to make sure this shit is straight, or else you're just with the scar or you're with the piercing for a long time, pretty much the rest of your life. If you're gonna have, like, if you want to get them for the dimples, you'll have scars. If you do it and they're crooked and you take them out, your cheeks will still swell even though there's no bars there. So just, you guys, please keep that in mind. And no, I'm good. Okay, so keep that in mind. I hope you guys do well with these cheek piercings. If you do them, please send me pictures. I want to actually see you guys in them. If you do it, just comment down below. Let me know your story, because I love reading about the piercing stories and everything. If you thought about doing it, but you saw this video and you guys changed your mind, please let me know if you did and why you did it, because I love to read these kinds of stuff. Yeah, so I believe that's it for now. So I hope you guys good luck with these cheek piercings. Oh, and if you want to know how you look in cheek piercings, buy like the little diamond sticker earrings, or the little diamonds that are stickable. Like you could stick skin glue or like eyelash glue on them and just put them on your cheeks. And check and see if you like the placement. Do that for like a week and see if you could handle it, because you guys got to keep in mind that jobs won't let you work there with piercings sometimes, and it's a mouth piercing or it's an oral piercing, so it will close up. So yeah, it'll close up no matter what. It's your cheeks. It's a mouth piercing, period. Oh, and if you're a 14 gauge, it's easier to have. If you have a 14 gauge, you'll find more rings. If you have the smaller ones are like 16, 18s. Those are really hard to find for cheek piercings or tongue rings. So if you guys didn't know the gauge, it goes by every 2, and the largest number I believe is a 20 or an 18 gauge. Those are the smallest. Those are like earring size. So the more you go up by 2s or less, like closer to 0, going towards 0, that is the biggest sizes you'll go towards. If the lower the number is, or the smaller the number is, that's the biggest size. I'm at a 0 on my gauges right now, so I mean, if you want that for your cheeks, go for it. Just let me know. I want to see it really bad. yeah, so I believe that's all the information I got, or remember anyways right now. So if I missed any of your questions, comment down below, and I'll answer them in the next video. Tried to get this video up earlier as soon as possible. Alright, bye you guys.